Lifestyle, that's my boss, bitch, and my wordplay. Hey, when I get mad, turn to Scarface. How when I get mad, turn to Sharface. Yeah, nigga. Fuck, I'm talking about that. Tell me how it is, tell me how you feel, tell me what it is, tell me what you wanna do. Put sad boy plotting on who? I done seen it all before I came through. Must don't understand, nigga, I'm in the truth, lame ass nigga. But these crackers tryna shoot shit my way. 100 down rides on the highway. Only thing I got in this lifestyle, that's my boss, bitch, and my wordplay. Hey, when I get mad, turn to Scarface. Now when I get mad, turn to Sharface. Yeah, I'm up in South Beach with this shit, nigga, Miami. Fuck on me. Tell me how it is, tell me how you feel, tell me what it is. I'm always in the field, always dressed to kill, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? But you pussy boy, but you ain't talking my number, you ain't making noise. You ain't on that shit thought you was. Who the fuck these niggas thought they was? They don't even know that. Shooting at me and I'm a throwback. I don't look back, that's a throwback. No, I don't look sad, cause I'm on that. Boy, get shot at the tough, that's a toe tag. Lame man, cracker don't want the guns on me. But these people wanna know everything. But the booze and the chica, I tell these soft ass boys how to think. When I'm on my grind, let it hang. Yeah, my nutsack on these fuck niggas, when I don't give a fuck what they be hating on, cause I'm up, nigga. What the fuck, nigga? Who the fuck these niggas thought they was? Yeah, all the time a nigga growing. All the time a nigga knowing. Gotta stack it up, keep that bitch flowing. Hey, hey, tell me how it is, tell me how you feel, tell me what it is. Gotta flip the deal, gotta keep the steel, kill a big kid. Nah, nigga, for real, I'm ready for real. Nigga, I'm ready for the war, nigga. But they crackers tryna shoot shit my way. 100 down rounds on the highway. Only thing I got in this lifestyle, that's my boss, bitch, and my wordplay. Hey, when I get mad, turn to Scarface. Now when I get mad, turn to Scarface. They up here with the scene, nigga, with the Colombians shit. Cutting niggas' heads off and shit. Tell me how it is, tell me how you feel. Always just a kid, shoot 'em up the hill. Gotta keep it still, nah, nigga, for real. Heady boy, that they talking about. Why X out your rank, walking on your sand. On the highway, chasing after bands. Boy, wanna hate, they don't understand. Boy, wanna hate, soft toucans. Sam, man, nigga. I told you for that nigga, don't know it. Yeah, chasing after one, I love that shit. Cause the thrill of the hunt keep me on my shit. Yeah, that dagger on my hip with a stand-up club. Yeah, motherfucker, we'll kill your ass. We'll motherfucking dissect your ass. Cut a head off, put a body for the buzzers. Matter of fact, fuck them buzzers, nigga. You know we head hunters. We got more to do. Hey, call nigga Sharface, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? Yeah.
If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, and shit got me feeling plain. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complex. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
I got you. Let it rap real quick. Look. The city eyes. It's time to Bogart. My God, a real nigga. Cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shot in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation faulty to fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit fitted, times two. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. Colder than the avalanche, way above average. Offense taste sweet, told him make me an apple crisp. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Child become a man, dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evans to a mall quad. Telling me how the crackers turn his childhood to a ghost town. Focus out, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no tangents. Try to warn them niggas, we bear arms like tarantulas. Them other niggas rap, I make anthems. I really see profits under this banner. Made my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty Diana. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo. Spirit ancient, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Waldo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Hate me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Ride around with Yara down, just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than baby's kid. Remember I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah.
All right, shalom. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. We're here for class tonight, man. Let's get the Lord a hand. Tonight's topic of discussion is freedom for us means hell for everyone else. So we're gonna get into it tonight. There's been a lot of news circulating. We're here down here in Killeen, Texas, of course, and just recently there's been a massive amount of flooding. Cities, small towns, and campgrounds washed away overnight. Countless little white girls and old white people missing. I'm going to break down what all this means, what it should mean to you if you're so-called an Israelite, a black, Hispanic, or native, and how you should be living your life accordingly no matter who you are from today forward. If you're a so-called Caucasian, if you're Ted Cruz, who's the governor? If you're the governor of Texas, the president of the United States, I'm here to educate you on how you should deal with God's people tonight. All right, so we're going to get some clips first, and then we're going to get right into, hold up, what is this? And then we're going to get right into some precepts. Let me get, somebody hold Revelations 15:1. First things first, actually, let's read that first. First things first, I'm going to let you know that the end of the world, or Christ's coming, is not going to be all roses and sweetness. There's going to be a lot of death, a lot of plagues like how it was in Egypt. There's going to be numerous amounts of plagues like famine, disease, death, war, an inordinate amount of hatred going on from neighbor to neighbor before the end comes and Christ comes back. And these floods are just a small example of what God is doing on this earth today to bring about the second coming of Christ. And this right here in the Bible is going to show you that Jesus Christ isn't coming back to, give out hugs. Before he comes back, there's going to be a series of plagues on the earth. Let me get that with you so I can show the audience. All right, go ahead.
Kind is the book of Revelation, chapter 15, verse 1. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues.
Having the seven last blessings.
Last plagues.
No, God, when Christ comes back, it's going to be magical. We all just going to get lifted up into the sky. Our clothes are going to be left in the ground because our clothes are, I don't know what Christians teach on that, but, we're going to get raptured, brother. That's what they teach in the Christian church. Read that again.
And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having 7 last plagues. For in them it filled up the wrath of God.
See, that's what Christians neglect to teach you in that church. God isn't happy. God is upset. God is angry. God is very displeased with the people of the earth, our oppressor, and some of us. That Christian pastor, namely, he is very displeased. He's very wrathful against the people of the earth. See, now that's against what this country would like to tell you. And God we trust, they say. Oh, we got to go back Israel, the state of Israel, because they're God's people. Why would God come back so mad if America's doing all these good things? Because everything they're doing is evil. Everything they're doing. Helping people who are pretending to be us in the Middle East, destroying our communities and disrupting our communities and our economies, kicking brothers mass deporting black natives and Hispanics and some Caribbeans, mass deporting them. You know who they're not mass deporting? They're not mass deporting Chinese people. They're not mass deporting white people who've overstayed their visas. They're not doing that. They're not mass deporting anybody who isn't black, Hispanic, or native. And that is because they purposely attack God's chosen people. Now tell me, come in this chat room and tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong about that assessment. I have not seen ICE go into any beauty parlors with the nail techs. I haven't seen ICE charge into any any Chinese food restaurants. They need the health food inspector back there. I ain't seen them going to any Thai places, any East Indian restaurants, or anything like that. Go ahead, ICE.
Kind is heavy that you're bringing out this. And the government will point out sleeper cells, that we got sleeper cells such as Iranians, but they not deporting them neither. They'll just let them walk around in sleeper cells and not touch them at all.
Right. If Iran is the water, give him a hand. Just to go to show you that this country is lying to get away with whatever it needs to that day. If Iran was so dangerous, if you felt so threatened by them chanting death to America, in their capitals, which which coincidentally they only do after you bomb their airports. They only do those chants after you assassinate their leadership, or blow up their homes. They only conveniently do that chant after that. If they were so dangerous, if America felt so dangerous about that, they wouldn't allow Iranians over here at all. There wouldn't be any possibility of a sleeper cell. The sleeper cell, the thing is a lie. These are things that the government uses to make you hate a certain group of individuals for no reason. Why the hell don't they mass deport these Iranians that they let over for some reason? They don't even do that. They do that. They save that just for you. They save that private military force called ICE just for you. They save that concentration camp called Alligator Alcatraz just for us, because this place hates us. It's biblical. Now, when this place takes our children, separates families, Hispanic families and Native American families and black families, they want me to cry when their family gets washed away in water. Go ahead, Yawash.
So like, I mean, I was happy what you're saying. This is what the brother was saying with the Iranians. I mean, I was reading the article, man. They had caught like 10 Iranians. Out of the 10 Iranians, one was a former sniper.
Yeah,
He was a
really?
former sniper, and one of them was a illegal arms dealer. So how you gonna tell me? You gonna tell our brothers, Issachar brothers, they are criminals, but you have these same criminals that you matter of fact, you about to go to war with them, but they're in your country. You know what I'm saying? You kind of make that make sense to me.
It doesn't make any sense at all, Yawash. I have a hard time. My record clean. I have a hard time passing a background check. They always make me wait extra long in the gun line. This nigga getting over here, he's a trained sniper, and another one's an arms dealer. What, y'all ain't checking these backgrounds? I'm having a hard time believing it. Either way, it's God's will. Maybe God has to show you, give you a little bit of what you're giving us, and that's what tonight's lesson is all about. Tonight's lesson is about understanding you get what you give. That's all over the Bible. That's in Revelations as well. He that taketh into captivity must go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Look, God is fair. Wouldn't you call that fair? Everyone in the chat, wouldn't you think that would be fair, right? If somebody killed you, they should die too. Doesn't that sound fair? God says it's fair, and that's exactly what you see today in these Texas floods. You see white people. I'm gonna get Ted Cruz right now. Actually, I don't want to speak more than this senator right here. He's so important, right? Let me get y'all the words of Ted Cruz.
Texas is grieving right now. The pain, the shock of what has transpired these last few days has broken the heart of our state. As of yesterday, the confirmed death toll was 82, and those numbers.
This has broken the heart of Texas. All these floods, all these young children perishing, all this family separation. You understand, Yawash? You don't understand. All these little girls, they thought they were just, living their young white life, going to summer camp, Christian summer camp, where everybody's just a young white girl at the lake, and next thing you know, all these families are devastated. Let me skip ahead for you. Let me just get the timestamp. No, is there more on this?
Like if I may, sir.
Go ahead.
I mean, like, just listen to the video. He said Texas. What did he say? Texas is mourning. I guess he said something in that kind of sense. Like, cause now look at the hypocrisy behind this. Now it's a problem that this flood happened. There's a certain ethnicity of people is getting affected by this. I'm gonna tell who them people are. Them people are white people.
Right.
Now, when I explained it, but it was getting deported and kids were getting locked in a cage and mothers were taken away from their kids. You know what I'm saying? It was not a problem. Texas didn't mourn. Now all of a sudden Texas want to mourn. Man, it's bull crap.
Texas wasn't mourning when they were putting razor blade barbed wire in the Rio Grande Valley River. Texas didn't mourn when they locked kids up on cages and lost thousands of them and separated thousands of families. Texas didn't mourn. Texas didn't mourn. And those are cousins to American citizens. They're cousins to people who used to own Mexico. They're descendants of people who owned Mexico. Texas didn't mourn. Texas mourned, according to Ted Cruz, Senator Ted Cruz, who conveniently, when there is a natural disaster in Texas, he flies to Mexico. I'll have y'all know that. For safety, you know where Ted Cruz feels safest? Mexico. As an immigrant, too. Isn't that ironic? Well, God is going to teach God sadly had to teach you people a lesson. If you want all these things to stop, there's only one way to stop. You got to be just to God's people. You got to be kind and fair to God's people. You got to appreciate God's people and renounce your evilness and pray for forgiveness. And then your children won't be washed away. Go ahead. What you going to say?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Man, I'm pretty sure what it is, Abbott, Governor Abbott, or whatever his name is. I'm pretty sure he's a Christian. He's a Christian man, and he said God love everybody. God love everybody. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't. Now all of a sudden you didn't love the Hispanic brothers when you were sending them over to the port and taking their kids from them. You didn't love them then. But you want to say God love everyone. Salakia.
Right. Damn right. Give him a hand, man. I'm here to show you the hypocrisy of white Christianity and therefore being black Christianity as well. You all reserve your love for white people. That's who you love. That's the only people you love. And that's a fact. You see it in how you act. You didn't treat those brothers the way ICE is moving through this country right now. That's not the love of God. That's not good Christian love. But you know what Christians are doing? Christians are saying, encouraging that kind of behavior from ICE. They need to get out of here. I had a white Christian woman tell me that Mexicans protesting in California is a sign of God that the end times are coming. I say, you dumb hoe. You dumb. I mean, this person's imaginary internet, but you dumb hoe. In fact, the opposite is a sign that this world is ending. The fact that you're persecuting hardworking individuals for no reason because they're Mexican, because they're Israel, because they're black. You hate God's people, well, God will hate you. That's why plagues are coming. That's why this indignation is coming. What happened to Israel, what happened to Egypt, is exactly what's coming to this place. In fact, the Bible says it's worse. Get that for me. Give me where it says, I believe it's Jeremiah. It says, they'll no more call me him that brought you out of the land of Egypt, but the land of the north. I need that. Con. And I'm going to get some more on this tape while y'all do that.
Numbers are continuing to go up. The children, the little girls who were lost at Camp Mystic.
You got to ask yourself, why does Ted Cruz care about the little girls lost at Camp Mystic? It's not because he cares about children, the well-being of children. You can tell by those cages on the border. He cares about them because they are white lives. The news like to report. See, the news pays extra careful, kind, loving, showing love to the person who's being done wrong if they're a white woman, a young white woman or even a white man. But when it's a black, Hispanic, or Native, they could give a damn. They could give a damn. They could give a damn if you lie on them in their face. Look at Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony was without a doubt defending himself from a gang of bullies or thugs and racists. But the news, they'll neglect to include those facts. The news will allow you to be as racist as you like when you draw your conclusion about if Carmelo Anthony was defending himself or not. Why is that? Because Carmelo Anthony is the only one. A little black boy is the one who's in danger, not those white kids. You got to give sympathy to that white boy who lost his life. Yeah, he might have been being a bully, but he shouldn't have got stabbed. That's what they'll say. Y'all don't say that when it's George Floyd. They'll say George Floyd should die because he was probably high. That's not that's not how the law works. You don't get the death penalty because you got high earlier today. You don't get a death penalty because you were inebriated at the time of your arrest. But if you're black, that's what white America believes. If you're black or if you're Hispanic, that's what white America believes. That's just what I've been seeing on the internet, at least. That's what I saw. They want to, you know what they want to do? They want to exonerate Derek Chauvin, George Floyd's murderer, because because they feel as though it's a stain on their honor that he got in trouble for killing a black person who gets high. Why should he get in trouble for that? When he was negligent in his duty, they could have been and arrested George Floyd. He was not a threat. Let me tell you something. None of my brothers in here cowards. I don't think any of these brothers would have a hard time arresting George Floyd, especially if he high or whatever. And they had, what, 8 officers? Pinned him on the ground for over 8 minutes. He kneeled on his neck for 8 minutes, but they had him on that ground for a while. They did that because they were pissed off at George Floyd because he was running. They felt as though he was a black man who shouldn't run, doesn't deserve to be afraid of death and be afraid of an arrest, like white civilians often show you. And so that's why white people are going along and acquiescing to the death of George Floyd, to the conviction of Carmelo Anthony, to the arrest of these hardworking Hispanic brothers all around this country, because you hate us because of who we are. Well, let me tell you something. God is watching you. God is watching you, America. He sees your hatred, and he will repay you for it. Do y'all got what I was asking for? I believe that's correct. What does it say?
Kind of the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 15. But the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them. And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers.
No, that's not it, but I think it's another one. Let me look it up. While y'all are doing, while I'm doing that, let me get some more on this Ted Cruz situation. Ted Cruz is gonna say something very interesting right here. Let me just see if I can get it.
Out of their mind. Do you know anything? Where is my daughter? There's still 10 girls and 1 counselor from Camp Mystic that are unaccounted for. And the pain and agony of not knowing your child's whereabouts, it's the worst thing imaginable. But I want to say, in the face of all of this, it is simultaneously inspiring. Every time there's a tragedy, every time there's a natural disaster in Texas, Texans come together. Texas is a big state. We got 30.
See, Ted Cruz is so
scared out of their.
He's so heartbroken by these white lives that are lost. Listen to what he says.
And the pain and agony of not knowing your child's whereabouts.
See, he can understand the pain and the agony of white people not knowing where their children are, but he doesn't give a damn if he separates your families. He don't lose an ounce of sleep. If he sends them all to Alligator Alcatraz or Guantanamo Bay or whatever in El Salvador, that high class prison in El Salvador, where you stop being human and you just become a piece of meat that you publicly bathe in a pool with a room full of 150 men where nobody has walls or open doors, where I guess you just live your life out until you die. I guess that's what you do in that prison. See, Ted Cruz, he don't give a damn about that. Ted Cruz don't give a damn about separating you from your family, separating you from your children, separating, God-fearing, hardworking Americans from their families. Well, look, God won't give a damn when he separates you from yours permanently. That's just the sad truth of the matter. And many more plagues will continue to come as they continue to oppress God's chosen people. More plagues will come, and more plagues will come upon America for the evil that they've done against God's people, man. That's written in Obadiah, for thy hatred against thy brother. You know what I mean? Shame shall cover this place. Shame shall cover. Let me cue up this next video. while I look for this.
There's some new controversy tonight over the president's deportation actions.
Right. The Trump administration is defending sending a 2-year-old U.S. citizen to Honduras amid concerns from a federal judge. In an order issued Friday, U.S. District Judge Terry Doty scheduled a hearing next month in the case, saying he had a, quote, strong suspicion the government just deported a U.S. citizen with no meaningful process. A spokesperson for the Department of Homeland Security said the mother of the toddler made the decision to keep her and her 11-year-old sister in her custody during her deportation, despite pleas from her father to keep the children. This as protests broke out in Milwaukee following the arrest of a Wisconsin judge for allegedly obstructing an immigration arrest on Friday. U.S. officials allege county circuit
See this, Salaki, I'm
judge
Controversy tonight.
Tabazar, what's that precept where it's saying no longer will I be called the God that brought you out of the land of Egypt, but the land of the north? What is that? I thought it was. Is it 3:18? Okay. Well, look, this video that I just played, right? Let me get the camera back on me. This video that I just played is of a mother being deported from her baby. Because Donald Trump doesn't care if the baby's an American, but the mother's got a visa, overstayed visa, or the baby's an American and the mother's naturalized, but he don't give a damn. Donald Trump says one of y'all got to go or both of y'all can go. All these Republican and conservative politicians like Ted Cruz believe the same thing. And because of that, don't be surprised if God has something to give you. Don't be surprised if God wants to separate your family, if God wants to wash you away from your daughter, from your son, because you had no compassion. See, Christians are all God is love, God is this, God is that, till it's talking about a Mexican, till it's talking about a black man who's beaten by the police, till it's talking about a Mexican man who's being deported. God is all love until it's about us. God is all love till it was about those Iranians and whoever America wants to bomb this year. See, God is sick of your hypocrisy, Christian church. God is sick of it. I'm sick of it too. God is just gonna come at you straight. God is gonna you're gonna what? You're gonna want to separate families. You're gonna want to separate families. God's gonna want to separate your family. God's just being just. He's a judge over all the earth. He's gonna give you what you deserve. You wanna kill the innocent. You wanna kill you can see it in your police officer suicide statistics. You wanna kill the innocent with your police officers. Your police officers will be taking their own lives right after they annihilate their families. Okay, they were right then. 10. All right, the water. All right, the water. I need that. Let me get that, y'all.
You ready for it?
Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth that brought up the children out of Egypt.
See, you think that it was amazing. Those 10 plagues that the Most High brought down on the land of Egypt, you thought that was amazing. You love that movie, don't you? The 10 Commandments, the Prince of Egypt. You love that movie. You think it's just a movie? You're about to live that movie, but worse. America's about to live that movie. And you saw how much Pharaoh was crying, and Pharaoh was crying like a bitch, crying like a little girl at the end of that story. Well, that's what Ted Cruz is going to be crying like. You think Ted Cruz is going to be safe? There ain't enough planes on the planet to save Ted Cruz. There ain't enough planes on the planet to save Donald Trump from what God can give him. Thus save the Lord. Read that again. Salaki.
Khan, The book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. Verse 15. But the Lord liveth.
See, you thought it was amazing, those miracles that happened in the land of Egypt. Wait until what God does here today in your lifespan. Keep reading.
Verse 15. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all
From
the
what?
land from the land of the north.
From the what?
From the land of the north.
From North America, man. See, it's not just a coincidence that America is destabilizing every government south of Mexico. It's not a coincidence, because he's going to force all these people up here as he slowly makes America a slave state again. And because he needs labor. He's getting rid of your job with AI coming to you soon. So what does that mean? Only thing left we need now is people in that field. People in that field picking things, picking delicacies for Donald Trump and his family to eat. Well, brother, look, you thought it was amazing how God delivered Egypt. No more will they call him that God. They're going to say, this is the God that delivered them out of the land of the north, out of North America, man. You see, too, the prophecy is so, I never would have expected that Canada was going to join the U.S. I'm hosting my father-in-law this week, and he brought to me something special. He said that the conservatives of Canada are not all in agreement with the Prime Minister of Canada. The state of Alberta, Canada, wants to secede. They have a whole little separate radical right-wing government who's trying to separate from Alberta. Y'all can look this up. This place, soon all the children of Israel will be saved from the land of the north. And just as amazing as you read in the Bible in Exodus, those miracles and those plagues that were visited upon Egypt, much more great plagues are coming to this place. You thought that flood was something. I know you did. You thought that all these hurricanes are bad. I know you do. You thought that COVID-19 was terrible. Y'all were afraid your empire was surely gonna pass away. Well, there are much more terrible things coming very, very soon. Very soon. This is Salagi. Go ahead, read that again.
Verse 15. Salagi, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 15. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. And
Salakia, Sister Mariam said it was politicians' children in that camp. Yeah, I forgot. Ted Cruz did say that he takes his girls to that camp. There are other politicians' children who go to that camp. Give the Lord a hand. Give this, and the water, sister. The water, sis. I neglected to mention that. Yeah, see, you think you're safe. You think you can make all these. You think you can make all these rules, write all these laws to oppress God's people and live a high life? God will visit you, man. God will see you. And that governor in California, he's got the right idea. He is going to war with the president for Mexicans. He said, hey, quit messing with what we got going on over here. He said, look, we got it barely stable as it is. You're not finna get rid of the most hardworking people in my already devastated state that ain't got no water. You know, California got to buy water because they sell all their water. They got to buy more water because the richest people in the world live in New York and in California. So you know what a rich person does? They go to California and try to grow grapes in a desert. And they need thousands of gallons of water for that, Ak. That's how rich this dumb place is. They try to grow grapes in California. I mean, leave me out of it. Leave me out of it, all right? But the point is, brother, that you want to be scared of the Lord if you're Ted Cruz. You want to fear the Lord truly instead of in an imaginary fake way like they say they do, man. But keep reading.
Verse 15. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them. And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers.
See, I'm gonna tell you something, man. You're not from here. Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, man. You're not from here. You're from somewhere completely different. God's gonna restore you back to your land. God's going to get you out of here. I know why. You know why it's been feeling so hostile since you were born, no matter what country you were born in. You could be born in Brazil, and yet somehow the oppression of America has found you. You could be born in Argentina, in Venezuela. Venezuela, you want to know why they got to eat rotten meat out of a trash can in Venezuela? Don't make me look that up. Because America destabilized their country. America said, you need to basically give me your oil for free, or we're just going to starve all of y'all. And Venezuela said no, and guess what they are? Starved. And now the only way for them to eat is if they travel 12,000 plus miles. Is it 12,000 or 1,200? Yashikar told me this story. Yashikar made me watch a brutal movie, man, of the passageway that those brothers and sisters have to harrow to get up here. They have to survive so many deaths, so many things that could just kill them. They don't want to have to do that. They don't want to have to do that. America made them do that. America made them have to run a death race to get to a place that if they make it, still wants to kill them or send them back. Because that's the only way they'll be able to eat. That's how evil this oppressor is. And it's so mind-boggling to me that they don't even see it. Because they tell themselves, Jesus is white, God is white, therefore nothing I do is evil. Well, brother, let me tell you something. God is black. Jesus Christ is black. And everything you do is twice as evil. So twice as evil as you could have possibly imagined it. Whatever you thought let's say you killed a white person. When you kill an Israelite, it's twice, or if not 4 times, as evil. That's what God sees, and God is going to get his get back. There are going to be a lot more floods, a lot more sad scenarios like this, a lot more crying politicians, a lot more weeping celebrities, because they refuse to stand for God's people. So for that, God's going to make a new reputation for himself. Right now, he's called the God who delivered his people out of Egypt. Next, very soon in the future, he's going to be called the God who delivered the children out of the land of the north. This is Fishers and Hunters? I ain't know about that. You would read 16. Might as well.
Khan, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, like it, said the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them for every mountain.
Salakia. So right now, man, you're seeing that fishing part right here, right now. You know, this is what the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge's job is. Right now, we are told to fish for our people. We're trying to gather our people together. I'm trying to get you out of the pond. You feel more lost than ever. I'm gonna tell you something. You could hold that you could duct tape amethyst crystal to your forehead. Is not gonna make your vision any clearer. You could grind tarot cards up into a dust and inject it into your veins, and you won't know more than you do now until you meet one of my brothers. That's just life. Because we are given the job to come and fish you out of the world. It would behoove you to listen. It would behoove you to hearken quickly before this second part occurs, before all this fishing ends, all this talking ends, all the plagues begin. Read that second part.
Come. And after I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks.
See, after all the fishing is done, brother, Christ is going to get his together. Christ is going to get the people who bought in, who got down, and he's going to go give Israel justice. That's what he's going to do. He's going to go hunt down. You ever had a warrant? Yeah, I'm going to be your bounty hunter. You ever had a a warrant for your arrest, brother? After all this fishing is over, the oppressor is gonna have a warrant for his arrest because he is trying to escape judgment in these hills, in these little bunkers, in these little caves that he's digging in Hawaii. But brother, look, it's right here, right here. This is fair warning too. God, you can't say God ain't try to let you know. Look, brother. Hey, let's say if I wasn't an Israelite nigga, I'd be playing it real calm right now. I'd be playing it real calm. But they don't care because they're prideful and they're hateful to God's people, man. So, God's just gonna send forth his bounty hunters. Come and collect some bounties, man. You could drop that. I'm gonna get another clip or so. This lady, see how they don't weep when they're destroying families, when they're separating families. I should get that clip of. Let me get this clip, man. Let me play a clip while I get a clip.
Tragedy concerns were raised about budget cuts to the National Weather Service. A director for that agency has now said that there was adequate staffing and timely forecasts issued in the lead up to the deadly surge. The White House calling Friday morning's flash flood a once-in-a-century event. As the search for survivors intensifies.
Damn, it's a once-in-a-century event, brother. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say this heavy one-in-a-century event, and the Lord when he hit him, he hit a Christian church with heathens. So the fact that it was a one-in-a-century event and the people that he dealt with, that's pretty heavy to me.
Yeah, brother, that's a fact. This is the Lord. So many things are just telling you it's unpredictable. We could have never foresaw this. Right when Donald Trump is trying to get rid of federal emergency funding, all this, your politicians' children are washed away. There's a couple stories I was gonna pull up, but I thought it was out of taste. It was in poor taste. There was a couple of Hispanic girls, and you know what? You know what's crazy to me? Hispanic people were coming to save these white people. That's the only way you're gonna get saved. That's the only way God will even allow your children to be saved. The same people you hate is the only way you'll be saved. So a couple of Hispanic sisters are famous right now because they were pulling these white girls out the water. Pulling them out the water. They was hustling and writing names on shirts. Writing your daughter's name on her shirt. She's waking her up, slapping her. What's your name? Alice. Alice, don't move, Alice. Just in case, writing her name on her shirt, just in case you get washed away again, so you know what you're finding. Brother, that's what God's people do. Even though they see how much you hate us, it's not in us to hate you. That's why you need us to rule over you. That's why you need us to rule the planet Earth, because it's just better. It's just better. We're kinder than you are. We're kinder than you. We're more loving than you. We're more charitable than you are. We're more honest and we're less hypocritical. We're fair in business. If you had it your way, you'd burn the earth down so you could go around the lake again with your yacht. That's how selfish your people are. But look, that's just to show you how loving God's people are. Maybe you'll learn and maybe you'll be less hateful to God's chosen people. But maybe not. And maybe God will have to spin the block on you again. Let me play some more on this video.
The full scale of this deadly disaster is coming into focus. This footage shares a glimpse of just some of the 850 life and death high water rescues that took place. Hundreds of state and federal first responders and more than a dozen K-9 units are on the ground, including volunteers on foot and horseback.
If it was my babies, I'd want somebody looking, so that's why I'm here.
Dozens of children have been confirmed dead, with another 10 campers and one counselor, as of this morning, still missing from Camp Mystic, a Christian girls' camp.
I've lost near friends, best friends, my boss, my godchildren, my house, my car.
The camp, perched along the Guadalupe River, saw floodwaters rise 8 meters in just 45 minutes. 2 hours north in Kingsland, Texas, this time lapse shows just how quickly floodwaters rose.
I'm going to tell you something too, man. God's justice will come quickly. It's not going to be like a slow thing. It's going to be like you go to sleep, you wake up. There's an old joke, you go to sleep, you wake up dead. I think that's in a scary movie or one of them comedy movies. You're gonna be at your most relaxed. You're gonna be very calm and serene and at the lake with your children, and they're gonna be having fun. And then death will meet you. You're gonna wake up in terror and fright and in fear of your life, because that's how you've made blacks and Hispanics to live in this country every single day. Go ahead.
So like that's heavy because the name of the river is Guadalupe, and that's a Mexican name. And this idea, that river overflowed and then took all your oppressor kids down the stream. That's heavy because that just let you know, man. Issachar brother is the God chosen people, man, because he used that name, that river, to wipe down all the oppressors that would been oppressing them. That's a heavy slug.
Right, give him a hand. The entire state of Texas is Mexican. The entire country of America and Canada, this entire place is Native and Mexican. You think what they're doing in the Gaza Strip is bad? You haven't even seen what they're doing down the street. That's how you need to be looking at this, man. This place is so ingrained with Black and Hispanic history and customs. These people are a part of this land, yet these colonizers and these immigrants without paperwork come over here and try to tell everybody what to do and where to go. And, if they don't, then they oppress and persecute them. Well, I'm not going for that, man. I'm not going for that. And Blacks and Hispanics out there, y'all better not be cooning either. Y'all better not be trying to coon. I see very few Blacks and Hispanics out there saying, well, if they're illegal, well, if this or if that, then they should be deported. They're not, well, how do I answer that? They're not all illegal. They're not all illegal by any means. They could be very well, I've seen them get deported while in customs renewing their visa. It doesn't matter. He's not going after them because they're illegal. He's going after them because they're Hispanic. I'll bring that out in another class. The Secretary of the State, his ideal is to diminish the population of America by 2/3. Right now it's about over 300,000. He wants it to be 300 million. He wants it to be about 100 million and everybody white. That's what the current Secretary of the State and Donald Trump's presidential cabinet said, and Donald Trump bragged about it in an interview. I'll get that in another class. This has nothing to do with being illegal or legal. I proved that when I said they're not raiding those massage parlors. They're not raiding those Chinese food restaurants. They're not raiding these white people overstaying their visa from the UK, from the EU. This is all, or even the Russian immigrants who overstay their visa. This has everything to do with Hispanics. You being Hispanic, you being Black from the Caribbean, or whatever the case might be. All right. Let me continue, Salakia. Let me get Isaiah 14:9.
Come the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 9. Hell from beneath is moved from thee to meet thee at thy coming.
You know what? I'm going to tell you how you're going to know. You're going to know that it's over. It's going to be like, you're going to be in a shelter, or you're gonna be in somebody who's kind enough to let other people in to take care of them. You're gonna see somebody rich and famous. You're gonna see a politician or somebody like that in there. The Bible says, "Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee." That means that the lifestyle, that the poor lifestyle, you see everybody in the dredges living. You see the ghetto and the barrio is coming up to meet you. Your lifestyle is coming down to meet us. The hell you're about to suffer, brother, we all gonna be eating the same beans out of a can soon enough. All of us, you rich blacks, we just pray you made the right decision beforehand. Or if you're over there on the other side with the oppressors, your favorite politician, your favorite white celebrity, Taylor Swift, gonna be in somebody's hut singing songs while everybody eats pork and beans or whatever they eat over there. I don't know what white people cook, but the Bible says, "Hell from beneath is moved to meet thee." See, hell isn't a dimension. This is another precept to prove hell isn't like a portal you go to, some portal you go through to go to an alternate dimension. This is a state of being. This is a terrible lifestyle to living. That's the metaphor, the comparison it is. Go ahead, keep reading.
Come. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirred up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth.
See, even all the chief ones. It's not gonna be anybody who's exempt from this. I'm gonna tell y'all, there's probably gonna be there's less than 1%. What do they call that? The 1%. There's less than 1% who we're gonna have to go look for in a bunker. A lot of these cats is gonna be in some shelter type situation. Little bunkers in the backyard. Everybody, rich, poor, whatever, because these people are living paycheck to paycheck. Your favorite rapper is living paycheck to paycheck. Right. Your favorite entertainer is living paycheck to paycheck, movie check to movie check, because they're only rich to you. They are poor. They're poor. What do they call it? They make poor financial decisions. So it won't be that difficult when times get hard, when reality cracks and the sky cracks and plagues rain down and floods come and fires raise up and earthquakes shake and things happen. Things happen. Maybe a race war breakout or two. State borders shut down. Well, it won't be long before you see your favorite artist in the tent with you trying to survive. Go ahead.
Ones on the earth, it had raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations.
See, raised up from your throne means thrown down from your throne. See, hell is coming up to meet you, Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz, if it was a day earlier, that flood would have taken your daughter. I mean, if it was a moment earlier, you might be on the news crying for your daughter. Like how you have brothers in Texas and California and all over this country crying for their daughter. Well, look, hell has come to meet you. Now we're all crying for our daughters. Now we're all crying for our sons. Now we're all crying for our family. This is just yet another example of how this place is coming to an end. Go ahead, keep reading.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 10. All day shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we?
See, you're going to say to Ted Cruz, I thought it was all good, Ted Cruz. I thought you was so rich and powerful. I thought you didn't have nothing to worry about. I thought you had your citizenship. I thought you was good. I thought you were safe from all harm from you and your family. But aren't you weak like us? How did you become weak like me? How are you hungry like I am? How is your daughter gone like mine is? It must be God, brother. It must be God himself working that beautiful work that he does, called justice, called judgment. That's what we'll say to these people, man. we won't have to. You'll see just how human your favorite artist, your favorite rapper, your favorite politician. Y'all like to look at Donald Trump as a god, some sort of god, some sort of genius. Y'all look at Elon Musk as a genius. In a little while, you'll see how dumb they really are. You'll see how weak and human and frail they really are when God visits them and takes their children like he took Pharaoh's child. Like he took all the children, the firstborn children in the land of Egypt. Like he did away with all the livestock in Egypt. Like he brought the rains and brought the pestilence and the frogs and the fire from the sky. Like he did all that to Egypt. You'll see just how weak this country is, like that one was. Keep reading.
Art thou also become weak as we. Art thou become like unto us.
Pause. Let me get this clip real quick. I'm gonna show y'all just how quick this flood water rose, man. Dang. I'll take this. I'll watch this one. This is good enough, right? This is how quickly your family, your loved ones can be taken away. You know how y'all see how long this clip is? This clip is 3 minutes long. And it don't take 3 minutes for this river to raise up to where the camera is. Let me just play it. This is how unsure of your life you should feel. You shouldn't feel like anything is for granted. I wake up, I don't think my car gonna start. I just be like, oh, Most High in Christ. Let's keep it moving. Next step, let's see if I can get in here on time, do this, do that. Brother, you shouldn't be, if I'm not living like that, brother, you shouldn't be thinking that, what Christians believe? They believe that God knows my heart. I would not be thinking like that if I were you. Brother, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell y'all something. If y'all wanna be safe from ICE, you need to join the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. If you want to be safe from ICE, you need to join the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana. If you want sanctuary and safe haven from the flood, from the plague, from the fires from the sky, from the oppressor hunting your steps, you need to join this damn school. Otherwise, brother, you're out there butt naked in a flood, in a rainstorm. You understand what I'm saying? This is the place where you find safety. And we're going to teach you how to have God with you. And with God with you, oh, wait, I might be doing this a little early. When God's with you, brother, I got to show you how to do this, y'all watch. This is a little harder. I used to do this like with ease. I'm getting old now. But when God is with you, brother, you don't got to worry about, look, if a flood washed me away, I got to go somewhere. You understand? If I don't have to worry when I'm doing what God wants. And I read in this Bible and I know it. Let me see if there's any more on Isaiah 14 first. You can read 11, Salagia. And then I'll get this next verse.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 11. Thy pump is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worms is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
Brother, that's how deep these rich people are going to be in the trenches. They not just, because you got to think about this metaphor. For anybody who doesn't understand this metaphor in Isaiah 14, Think of this rich man, some rich man, your favorite rich man, your favorite famous person. Think about them and how high they up are. How you look at them on TV and you think, man, they're just so far away. They're just so high up from me. Just they're living a whole different, better lifestyle. They're wearing these clothes. They're eating these foods. They're going to these places, driving these cars, whatever tax bracket, blah, 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 blah. Well, in a second, brother, that nigga gonna be in the ghetto. That nigga gonna be in the poorest of states. Thus saith the Most High God. That's how you should understand this. Donald Trump, you see him in that suit and tie. You gonna see when you see him next, you gonna see his bald spot. Boy gonna be wearing a rag. The suit gonna be all tore up. Leather shoes all torn up from running, from escaping. And brother, he's gonna be in a distraught state. That's what God is prescribing this place. It's not some miraculous rapture, some miraculous deliverance, and so Jesus Christ can come sit in the presidential seat next. No, it's to destroy the presidential seat and throw it down to the ground. And whoever's sitting in there, down with it, so that they are now in the ghetto. They're in the ghetto now. And you who was in the ghetto, you who was in the barrio, you who was poor, you're coming up. You're rising up socially. You're rising up economically. And you're going to be put up instead of them. All right? Now, let me get Isaiah 43. Yeah.
Coming to the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 1. But now, thus said the Lord, that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name, thou art mine.
See, Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, you got to know this. Christ, by Christ, he and God's will, you are redeemed. See, when we break down Deuteronomy 60, what is it, 68? 68?
28 and 68.
28, 68, the water. When we break that down, Christians like to say, and no one will buy thee. Buy means redeem. When the Bible says no one will buy thee, it's not saying like the slaves won't be purchased. Redeem means to purchase you so that you are free. Get you out of your situation. Because that's a custom. You got to understand the culture and customs in the Bible. You wouldn't know that because you don't read the Bible, you're Christian. But that's what that means. God here is promising to redeem us. He's going to say he is going to redeem us. He is going to save us out of our predicament, out of the fear of ICE raiding our homes, out of the fear of the police shooting us and killing us, out of the fear of all things. You don't have to worry about that, brother. If you come here and dwell in this house and get right with God, brother, you'll be right on the way and in line for God to come and save you once and for all. Go ahead, keep reading.
Come. Verse 2. When thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee.
Salakia. Now this is very poignant to tonight's topic. See, when you pass it through the waters, you know, you ain't gonna get drowned, brother. Your daughters ain't gonna get washed away. If you acting right, if you doing what God commanded, if you following the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Bible, you in here with the ISUPK, you observing God's laws, his holy days, and you're with your brother as he commanded through the prophet Zephaniah, you won't have to worry about a flood washing your daughters away. You won't have to worry about that. Ted Cruz, I don't know if he's an Israelite or not, but Ted Cruz, if you start acting more like an Israelite and less like an American, you won't have to worry about that either. But the Lord is getting dangerously close to people like you, Ted Cruz. So I would, it would behoove you to to change your ways. Read that from the top.
Come. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 43, verse 2. When thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee, and through the rivers they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned.
See, even if you were to walk through fire, brother, like Shamrach, Meshach, and Abednego, you won't be burned. You have nothing to fear at all. You won't have to worry about ice, both literally or metaphorically. You won't have to fear about the woes and wails of the devil, because God will be with you, brother. God is going to redeem his people from this place. If you act like you're supposed to be, you act like a true Israelite, not a Christian. If you act like a God-fearing man, not a tap dancing, singing Christian who loves only to sing and fall out in church, but actually like a man who has laws and rules and morality given to him by God, well then, brother, you won't have to worry about your children being washed away in a flood. You won't have to worry about you and your children being burned to death by fire. This is the fearlessness that God will give you. Keep reading.
Come. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. Verse 3. For I am the Lord thy God, the Holy One of Israel, thy Savior. I gave Egypt for thy ransom.
See, God gave Egypt up for a ransom. You know what that means? God destroyed Egypt for you. God destroyed Egypt so that you could be free. Why wouldn't he do that for America? If you're an Israelite, you're a black, Hispanic, or native, you follow the laws of God. God promises to save you from this place, destroy it. If we read on in Revelations 15, it says that at the end of the 7 plagues, the beginning of the end of the 7 plagues, this place will be like a lake or an ocean of glass and fire. It'll be so hot that the sand turns into glass on the surface of the earth, and nothing but fire remains. That's thermonuclear war. God's gonna do that for you. That's why when you see these things happening in the news, you see World War III coming closer and closer to a head, you should know that God is moving quickly to come for his people. Make sure you're one of his people. Not just by blood, but by your deeds, man. You know, you have to follow God's laws so that you are in the right sort. You're in the right ilk. You're in the place where you're getting picked up, not left behind. Go ahead, keep reading.
Come. Thy Savior, I gave Egypt for thy ransom, Ethiopia and Sheba for thee.
He destroyed all those places for us. All of them. Just wiped them off Egypt ain't never been the same. White people look at Egypt, try to learn a lesson. White people look at Egypt and know, like, these people they try to replicate. Rome was trying to replicate Egypt. They studied it. They ate the flesh of the Egyptian mummies to try to gain their power. They did everything they could to try to replicate Egypt's might, but could not. Because, God, and they will never know. God, the reason that Egypt was so great was because Israelites made it great. That's the part they took from it. And so that's what America's doing now. Eventually, God is going to visit this place like how God visited Egypt. Go ahead, keep reading.
Come, verse 4. Since thou wast precious in my sight, thou hast been honorable, and I have loved thee. Therefore will I give men for thee, and people for thy life.
Brother, that's what God is willing to do for his people. Don't take that lightly. Don't take it lightly. You ever heard a man, see, my brothers used to bring me up and they say, I killed somebody for you. I would die for you. They would tell me this as a child, not knowing, I don't know what it means, but this is them telling me that this is the deepest love I have and I give it to you. That's written of in the Bible. Christ says there is no greater love than that a man lay down his life for a friend. Well, brother, look, God is laying down lives for you. How are you going to show God his love back? How are you going to love God back? Well, are you going to stop smoking weed? You're going to stop sleeping with white women? You're going to stop being a coon? You're going to stop hating on brothers and on Hispanic brothers and Mexican brothers and Jamaican brothers or whoever you hate right now? If you're FBA or whoever you hate right now, you're going to stop doing that? I'm going to tell you something. FBA is just a complex coon. You're just a hyper complex coon. I don't know how to tell you any other way. This is a little side. I'm getting sidetracked tonight. You're a hyper complex coon because you're willing to throw away your brother to try to get something completely that nobody even talks about. We got to, they're not talking about reparations yet. You know what we need to do? We need to make sure they know we're not talking about Hispanics, Africans, or Jamaicans or any Caribbeans. We just talking about us, the niggas over here on this side of the border. That's how we can maybe get them to talk about reparations. You're a hyper coon. You're just a more complex coon. These people aren't going to give you a damn thing. I'm going to tell you something. You know who they did give reparations to? Slave masters, Japanese people, Irish people, the Italian mob, and so many other people that aren't you. What does that tell you? You're not getting it. You're not getting it. If they were going to get it. So what you need to do is you need to reallocate. You need to come back, brother. You need to come back, show your brother some love. That's all you got. I know your brother ain't got money. He got a elote stand. I know your brother ain't got money. She got a Jamaican spot. She's selling the best oxtails on this side of the border. She ain't got all the money in the world, but y'all got each other. And you better remember that. You better not forget it, because at the end of the day, that's all you got. And when you know you got your brother and when you know you got your sister, well then, brother, God is going to be with you. Now you got much, much more. And that's what you need to have. You need to have that before you start thinking about reparations and money and get back. You're not getting anything back unless God gives it to you. This is in the Bible. Thus saith the Lord. Go ahead, keep reading, Knock.
Verse 5. Khan is the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 5. Fear not, for I am with thee. I will bring thy seed from the east and gather thee from the west.
Y'all need to read this Bible like God is making a promise. Not like this is some mystic. Y'all be reading this Bible like y'all be opening Psalms up like, I seen a woman on X or Twitter. She wrote and said, all men lie. Closed the book and started teaching man hate. Y'all need to stop being dumb. Y'all gotta think about this Bible like it's gonna give you life, because this is the only way you're gonna get it. A lot of people try to find a way out of their personal hell through drugs, dating a white person, selling out, trying to join a gang, trying to join the music industry, or be an OnlyFans, a pornographer, doing whatever it takes to try to get out of hell. But the only way you'll really get out of hell is if, brother, you come back to this. If you come back to this, God promises right here that he's going to gather you. He's going to come and get you. Read that.
Come, verse 6. I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back.
See, God is saying, no matter where you are, no matter where you're at, he's coming to get you. Go ahead.
Come, bring my sons from afar.
Bring everybody.
Bring my sons from afar.
Nah, bring all nations.
Bring my sons from afar.
See, God is talking about his sons and his daughters. I'm not leaving sisters out of this. God is talking about a special group of people that he's coming to get. Not everybody. You don't go. You know what you never do. You never drive your car down the street looking for strangers, people you've never met, people who don't know or understand you. You don't ever do that. You drive down the block, and if you go out your house, start your car up, your truck up, so you can go find your family and go pick them up. God ain't coming to pick up everybody. God is coming to pick up the people that he knows and has known since Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, all the way back to Adam. Go ahead, keep reading.
And my daughters from the ends of the earth. Verse 7. Even everyone that is called by my name, for I have created him for my glory. I have formed him.
God is coming to get everybody called by his name. I could get that in Psalms, I believe. Psalms where only Israel is called by God's name. Could you pull that for me? You hold what you got, Yawash. Only Israel is called by God's name. This is just a cut to say that Jesus Christ ain't come for everybody. God definitely ain't coming for everybody. If God ain't coming for everybody, why would he send his son to change the message and say, hey, go for everybody, actually? Just change my order up. No. God is coming back for his people and his people alone. This is the special. This is what's special, man. This is what makes. This is your guaranteed ticket out of your hell. Out of your hell. Yeah, I know it's hard to believe that you think that loving the white man is gonna make you safe. It's not. Y'all voted for Hispanics. Some Hispanics voted for Donald Trump thinking they weren't gonna get deported. Well, look at where are we now? Where are we at now? Black people, you're not saved. You thought voting for Kamala Harris was going to save you from World War III. Kamala Harris was more on Israel's side than Donald Trump was. That's a fact. That's a fact. There is no way you're going to get out of this if by loving white people and depending on them. There's no way. The only way to do it is to get with your people and depend on God. Do you got that, Isaiah?
The book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He shewed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and judgments unto Israel.
There you go. That's how you know that God has not known any other people. He's not called any other people by his name. This is specifically for the children of Israel, of Adam, Isaac. So, excuse me, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is not for everybody. It never was for everybody. It never will be for anybody. And if you try to twist the gospel to mean something else, well then, brother, you're unlearned. You're unlearned. Obviously, God doesn't love everybody. You can see by who got washed away in that flood. God won't love everybody when the real plagues are here to come. Go ahead. Keep reading Isaiah.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 43. Start with verse 7. Even everyone that is called by my name, for I have created him for my glory. I have formed him, yea, I have made him. Verse 8. Bring forth the blind people that have eyes, and the deaf that have ears.
Brother, this is the part that let me look at something real quick. This is the part that hurts the most. I wish I could save everybody. I'm like Paul. As I mature in the truth, I quickly realize I won't be able to do that. I won't be able to do that, brother. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because it's sad. I wish I could have you see what I see. I wish I could help you to hear what I hear. But, brother, sometimes we just on two different pages. I was talking to my rib earlier. I talk to my rib a lot. I mean, I don't really leave the house no more. But I was talking to my rib, and I said, some people, they don't listen. They don't talk to you so that they can learn. They talk to you so they can reply and validate what they believe. It's not about education. It's not about understanding. It's about validation. They need to validate that the white man is God. They need to validate that the white man is the master, and the white man and God wants the white man to rule the world, and God this and the white man that, and that's all that's out of their mouth and in their brain. Well, brother, I wish that you had eyes to hear and you had eyes to see and ears to hear, because that's the only people that Christ is gonna call. That's the saddest. I mean, that's who he's gonna want to come first. Yeah, everybody gonna get brought in at some point. Everybody left is gonna get brought in, and it's gonna get sorted out. But I wish you were first. I wish you were first, brother who believes you can embrace white people. I wish you were first, brother who believes you can buy prostitutes or whatever denomination of Christianity you're in. I wish you could just understand what the Bible was really saying. Go ahead, keep reading.
Come. Verse 9. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 9. Let all the nations be gathered together, and let the people be assembled. Who among them can declare this, and show us form things? Let them bring forth their witnesses, that they might be justified. Or let them hear and say, it is truth. Verse 10. Ye are my witnesses, said the Lord, and my servant whom I have chosen, that ye may know and believe me, and understand that I am he. Before me there was no God formed, neither shall there be after me.
This is something that might fly over the heads of most, but God has appointed us to understand him. Because just like how I understand now that everybody won't understand me, God understands that not everybody's going to understand him. A lot of people like to question God today. That's up to, that's because you don't want to understand him. There's a question that you ask to understand, and then there's a question that you ask to question who you are. You're not asking why because you want to know about me. You're asking why because you want me to be not me. You want me to be different. Well, brother, I just asked because I want to understand God. I don't want God to be different. Wherever God is and whoever God is, I'm willing to meet him. If you have a pure soul and a pure heart like that, well, you'll come to meet him. And by meeting him, you'll be saved from the plagues that will come to this place. And that's the only way. By those plagues, that's the only way we'll all be free. So with that, unless we got any questions or comments in the class, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. All right, Officer Isaac Akabar, you go ahead and get the announcements.
ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, a teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. Book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, which means tenth in the Hebrew, masharah. 10% of every penny and any increase that the Lord gives you, give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will, offering for priests, not mandatory. Like it. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation. Memorial blowing of the trumpets, first day of the 7th month, Sunday, September 21st, 2025. Book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 24 through 25. Remind the Akim and Akwaf to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. That concludes the security announcement. Shalom, Israel.
All right, with that, we'll do a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Imajim, which means to stand. Imajim Shabbat. Men of Israel, Imajim Shabbat. Barak. Yahweh Shemar, B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Yadi Matah. Class dismissed.